And I remember when you told me that when you first started dating Aaron.
Yeah. Because I knew he
and
wrestled. I didn't know shit about it. I'm like, you ever hear of Kurt Angle?
Yeah. He goes, so I'm dating this girl, and I guess her uncle is like this big wrestler or something. Have you ever heard of him? And I go, what's his name? He's like, Kurt Angle. I go, you're dating Kurt Angle's niece? I was like, man, you better keep your things tight, man.
P's and Q's,
mind your P's and Q's, man. That's a tough family right there, man.
Yeah. Because, like, I remember, for instance, like the day I proposed to Aaron. I don't know if you remember this, but the day we were all at your you're all at your mom's apartment. And we were all hanging out, and I was talking to you on the couch, and those were still in the days. Mark, just so everybody knows, that's my father-in-law. Yeah, that's it. Mark. And those were still in the days where I always kind of gave Mark like a pretty wide berth, as everybody did, because I just saw like around Pittsburgh, I would see guys that I would be like, just on sight, okay, that's a serious guy, and they would give Mark a real wide berth, you know what I mean? So I just kind of always gave, and I remember I said to you, man, I was there, Aaron wasn't even in town, and I needed to go to Mark to ask for his blessing. And I said to you, you were wrestling, I
didn't tell you to run.
Well, no, I came to you and I was like, Kurt, man, and you were like, you kind of figured it out. Like, what are you doing here with Aaron not here? And you and I didn't really know each other that well, And I said, like, hey man, I'm actually here because I'm gonna ask Mark if it's okay that I marry Aaron. And you're like, oh shit, I'm staying here now, man. I'm not going anywhere. And you're like, good luck, buddy. He's like, I gotta see this. I went over to Mark, and he was, I think he had baby Nico on his lap.
Kids.
Loves kids. I mean, but I remember I said, hey, Mark, you think I could talk to you for a minute in the hallway? And he's like, huh? I'm like, you think I could talk to you? And like, I asked him like 3 times. I don't know if he like couldn't really hear. I mean, I think that was as scared as I had ever been. And like, I remember the first time I came to Pittsburgh, guys were coming up to me saying to me, have you met her dad yet? Yeah. And I said, no, that's why I'm here. I'm going to meet him. And they'd say, oh, I think he might be the toughest guy in the country. Yeah. And when you hear things like that, you're like, come on.
Stories,
fuck.
man.
But I mean, everyone had. So like, when did everybody know that Mark Angle was a different